I'm attorney Mark Nicholson from the Law Office of Mark Nicholson, also known as the Battery Man, for my focus on criminal battery cases. Now, today I'm going to talk about, will the Supreme Court ban TikTok? Short answer is no. If you've been online recently, chances are you've scrolled through a feed filled with TikTok debates, from national security concerns to free speech implications. The video app has become the centerpiece of a heated legal and political battle. The situation may feel tense, but here's my stake in the matter. The Supreme Court will not ban TikTok. Here's why. TikTok's influence is too big to ignore. TikTok isn't just an app, it's a digital powerhouse that has reshaped online expression for over 100 million users in the United States. From small business owners marketing their products and authors promoting diversity in literature to musicians and activists amplifying their message, TikTok has provided a megaphone for voices that might otherwise go unheard. Consider creators like Shanna G, a Nashville musician whose career has flourished thanks to her viral musical content on TikTok, or the countless small businesses using TikTok's platform as their primary storefront. Blocking access to this app would restrict a major channel of creativity, communication, and commerce, leaving millions of individuals disconnected from the audience. Also, remember, during the election, politicians used TikTok. This societal impact triggers serious First Amendment questions. TikTok is not merely a foreign-owned tech company, but a publishing platform for expression and creativity. Its ban would set a dangerous precedent, chilling the freedom of speech that has been integral to American society. And that First Amendment roadblock. The Supreme Court has a long-standing record of defending free speech, and that's one of the main reasons I believe TikTok will likely survive this challenge. The Justice Department argues the proposed ban doesn't infringe on the First Amendment because the target isn't free speech, but TikTok's ties to ByteDance, its parent company in China. However, lawyers for TikTok content providers make a compelling counterargument. They have a right to communicate and share ideas regardless of TikTok's ownership structure. For them, using TikTok is no different from an actor working with an international director or a company publishing its materials via a foreign-based platform. The court is tasked with weighing these arguments, but history suggests a strong inclination to protect free speech. Barring a unanimous and overwhelming consensus on specific national security threats, it's unlikely they will uphold such a drastic measure. Now, this national security argument is thin. At the heart of the ban proposal is the accusation that TikTok's ties to China make it a national security risk. Critics claim the Chinese government could access user data or manipulate content in ways that would shape American public opinion. But here's where the argument falters. The government has yet to provide concrete evidence of such wrongdoing. TikTok lawyers have pointed out that there's no evidence proving the platform has mishandled data or facilitated foreign influence operations. To quote their filing, "This dog has never barked." National security concerns are valid, but they require substantial proof to warrant such a significant step. Without it, banning TikTok feels more like political theater than a rational, evidence-based response to a threat. Because think about it, it doesn't have to be owned by the Chinese government to have influence on public opinion. We have companies right here, such as Facebook and also Twitter, now X, X, that has a lot of misinformation on them that can influence people's public opinion. Videos go viral on YouTube. And these are American-owned companies. Additionally, there are measures the government could use to manage perceived risk by issuing fines, agreements, and stringent data handling policies are just a few. A blanket ban is not only excessive, it's ineffective. Because think about it, what other companies that are based in the United States have had data breaches. It happens, unfortunately. Then you have the Trump factor. One of the most interesting twists in the case is that former President Donald Trump, now President-elect Donald Trump, has complicated matters by asking the court for more time to negotiate a resolution. This move muddies the waters by injecting political considerations into what is already a contentious legal and constitutional debate. If there's one thing the Supreme Court dislikes, it's the perception of partisanship influencing their decision-making process. This interference could work in TikTok's favor. The court would likely prefer to uphold its independence by avoiding any decision that might appear influenced by political agendas, regardless of who they come from. Now, that's what I think they want it to look like on appearance. I still believe that oftentimes they rule in favor of political agendas, but I'm sure what they want the public to believe is that that's not how it works. And that's just my opinion. Learning from history. TikTok isn't the first tech platform to face intense scrutiny. Facebook, Google, and even other companies have been in the crosshairs of regulators due to issues ranging from data privacy to national security. However, in most cases, courts and policymakers opted for regulatory approaches that sought to preserve functionality rather than outright bans. Why? Because the potential fallout of overly broad actions often outweighs the risk. Platforms like TikTok have become integral parts of global communication. Removing them disrupts not only the users, but also the broader cultural, social, and economic ecosystem they foster. Now, what's next? Even as I strongly believe that TikTok will avoid a ban, this debate raises broader questions for society and lawmakers. How should governments address genuine national security concerns without overstepping constitutional limits? How do we regulate tech giants to ensure safety, privacy, and accountability without compromising innovation and expression? These are the real discussions we need to be having. The Supreme Court's decision might bring further clarity, but the regulatory landscape around technology and freedom of expression will continue to evolve. Now, the bigger picture is banning TikTok would be a step backward, both strategically and constitutionally. It would silence millions of voices and weaken the democratic values that protect free speech, while failing to genuinely address the national security concerns driving the proposal in the first place. Instead, lawmakers must focus on actionable solutions that balance safety, privacy, and constitutional rights. Whether that means new data protection policies, stricter disclosure requirements, or innovative solutions that haven't been considered yet, there are alternatives far better than a ban. For now, content creators, small business owners, and everyday users of TikTok can take a deep breath. The odds are in their favor. But this debate serves as a reminder of the importance of staying vigilant to preserve both innovation and individual freedoms. They are having the hearing in the United States Supreme Court tomorrow, Friday, January 10th, 2025. What do you think? Should TikTok remain accessible to millions in the United States, or does the platform pose too great a risk? Share your thoughts. I'd love to hear your perspective. And that's your Nicholson Nugget of the day. Please be sure to like and subscribe.